Welcome to the NCAA Softball Super Regionals presented by Capital One. We are in Knoxville, Tennessee. Game 2 of the Knoxville Regional between Tennessee and Alabama. Tennessee won Game 1. That means Alabama needs a win here today. If their seniors are going to play against tomorrow, keep their season going, they need to knock off Tennessee. 13, a couple of hits in the tournament, has walked 4 times. Pops it up on the right side of the infield. That's Laura Essman who's getting the start at first base today. Puts it away for out number 1.
You at some point.
Oh, welcome to the field, Laura. Here is the number 2 hitter, Panel, looking to bunt. She got out of the way of it just in time, it looked like, as she left the box, and it's a bunt single for Tennessee, trying to get aggressive here like they were yesterday. 5 for 9 with 3 walks and 3 runs scored in total in the NCAA tournament. So ground ball to the right side. Hevelin gets the tag, turns and throws and turns the double play. Good job by Alabama defensively to get things started here in Knoxville.
That's the way you cut down on the momentum.
Today, 7 of 14 in the NCAA tournament. Spins it towards Gibson, who has trouble with it, and White is aboard here to start things for Alabama in the home half of the first. Peyton Gottschall facing her second batter after White reached on an error, now trying to reach second base on a stolen base. She is there. The throw backed up by Malloy, so a runner in scoring position for Alabama, Maddie, which was something they did yesterday.
Moving very quickly to start off this ball game.
White now 7 for 7 on stolen bases on the season. Alabama as a team 5 for 5 in the NCAA tournament. Larissa Pruitt can't catch up to the pitch by Peyton Gottschall. She's down on strikes, 1 away here.
And all of a sudden, momentum back on Tennessee's side.
Danley Cahalan with the ground ball. Rodriguez keeps it on the infield, and that saves a run. First and third with 1 down after the infield single for Cahalan. But good job by Rodriguez. You got to knock it down, keep it. Johnson puts it in play. A run will score, and Alabama is on top 1-0. An RBI ground out for Jenna Johnson.
The senior stepping up for Alabama. Textbook manufacturing a run by putting the ball in play. This is a slap. She just puts it on the ground because she knows that Kristen White has a ton of explosive speed coming off of third base. If she gets it on the ground in the right spot, she's going to score all day long.
The top half of the first inning made it a very quick inning for Jocelyn Brisky. Peyton Gottschall facing her second batter after White reached on an error, now trying to reach second base on a stolen base. She is there. The throw backed up by Malloy, so a runner in scoring position for Alabama. White now 7 for 7 on stolen bases on the season. Alabama as a team 5 for 5 in the NCAA tournament. Larissa Pruitt can't catch up to the pitch by Peyton Gottschall. She's down on strikes, 1 away here in the first.
For Alabama yesterday in that swing, a big swing and miss, and all of a sudden momentum back on Tennessee's side.
Danley Cahalan with the ground ball. Rodriguez keeps it on the infield, and that saves a run. First and third with 1 down after the infield single for Cahalan. But good job by Rodriguez. You got Johnson puts it in play. A run will score, and Alabama is on top 1-0. An RBI ground out for Jenna Johnson.
The senior stepping up for Alabama. Textbook manufacturing a run by putting the ball in play. This is a slap. She just puts it on the ground because she knows that Kristen White has a ton of explosive speed coming off of third base. If she gets it on the ground in the right spot, she's going to...
As best they can, and they've done that here in the first. Giles pops it up. Nugent called off by Gibson, who puts it away to retire the side. For the second day in a row, Alabama takes a 1-0 lead.
To be able to flush that and make a great play from left.
Little bloop off the bat of Zeta Pooney. 1 pitch, 1 out for Brisky here in the second as West is coming to the plate.
I thought that was just a great example of
Nugent on the plate at the plate. She didn't connect, and West, you said it's a game of inches. This one's hit hard to right, and it is off the top of the wall. West slams on the brakes around first. It's a solid single, second hit of the game for Tennessee. She's aboard with 1 down.
We've seen was the dives too, both at second base and at home plate, that I felt made the biggest difference in those plays. Her going in head first. As another walk is issued to Brisky. She had that closing speed, I believe is what Coach Karen Wheatley called it.
This is slapped out to right field. Pruitt has to put on the brakes. The runners had to hold as Pruitt charged it for a split second. It looked like she'd be able to catch it in the air, but Tennessee's got something cooking on a hot day in Knoxville. Bases loaded. Microphones that they're communicating that they're letting us know what's happening. That is huge. Looped on the infield. Big pitch there from Brisky and a big out, 2 down.
It's a great location for her pitch, too, and just the controversy.
Tennessee. And she delivers again. Base hit to left will tie the game.
Laura Mueller coming through in the 9th spot for the Lady Volunteers. 2 outs in this situation, so she's got to find a way to drop the ball into the grass. Takes notes of the at-bat before her with Julia Kutsoyanopoulos getting a lot of pitches up and inside, and she goes after this one. Top hand strong, drives it out into the left field. Scoring a run for Tennessee. Just seems like Laura Mueller has that clutch factor for Tennessee in this postseason.
Malloy pops it up, right side, moving over as Hevelin went a long way, collided with Pruitt in right field and held on to it for the out.
What a play by Callie Hevelin. Already
few seniors hoping that this is not her final game playing for the Crimson Tide. Soft liner to the center fielder. Malloy has it, 1 away.
Dowling had that nice double in yesterday's ball game, just gets that one off.
Another 3-2. This one's hit well to left. It's carrying. West moving back to the track and tracks it down at the wall. 2 down.
No ground balls to the left side, and boy, did she do something different by blasting it out of the Rhodes house.
9th inning home run qualifies. Called strike 3. Got the call on the corner to retire the side.
Able to stay in that aggressive mindset just helps me, hit really anything that comes. And if it goes all over the field, then that's what happens. But yeah, just being aggressive and just making something happen.
Well, Boo had a front row seat for Gibson. Soft liner into the glove of Dowling at third. Brisky wins the battle, 2 down. Women's College World Series.
Missing by much.
Popped up right side, and the first baseman, Esmond, goes back to get it to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Jocelyn Brisky. 1-1 after 2.5 in Knoxville. Door.
You shut the door, you block them out at all costs, whatever it takes.
Grounded hard by Hevelin to third, played by Gibson. 1 pitch, 1 away here in the third.
Everybody has their own way of blocking out those.
Tuscaloosa that just happened to be shaped perfectly like a rod with a fish on the end of it. Boy, this is just the party starter for Alabama when it comes to getting on. Kristen White is on for the 2nd time.
And now with 2 strikes, you're going to see the corners move back just a little bit.
Gotcho gets the strikeout, 2 down. For the 3rd straight year, the NCAA Division I Women's Lacrosse. Hevelin reached on an infield single in the 1st. Softly hit to Mueller at shortstop. She puts it away to retire the side. We'll have a chat with the Tennessee head coach. West, little weak pop-up to the catcher. Marley Giles has it easily, 1 away. 5 in a row retired by Brisky. All pop-ups or line drives. All in the air. This one is hit in the air, deep to left field. It is gone. Sophia Nugent, tape measure shot. Number 11 on the season. 2-1 Tennessee.
That ball cleared the Smoky Mountains out in left field. She got every bit of this drop ball inside. We've been talking about the adjustments that Jocelyn Brisky's making in the circle. This one, a drop about belt high, and Sophia Nugent gets barrel underneath. Great extension, even lets go with that top hand to get that extra bit of extension on it. Launches it way deep out beyond.
That was a picture-perfect swing. Rodriguez, that's a fair ball, and Dowling throws out Bella Faw, excuse me. Remember, she came in to run.
Patrick Murphy for his team coming into this weekend. Limit the free passes, limit the extra outs.
Soft liner into the glove of Dowling to retire the side. But Tennessee goes in front. It keeps going. 2-2. One hop right side. Faw knocked it down. Calmly stuck with it and makes the play. So Bella Faw out there in the field at second base. She at halftime. 7-3 at the link. Giles tries to bunt her way on. She's retired. 2 down.
Looked like Giles was trying.
Short by injury. Trying to extend her season by at least one more game. And this one is hit deep to left. West is back, looking up, and it is gone. The senior has delivered for Alabama to tie the game in the fourth.
The key to that swing, the key to the home run for Bailey Dowling are those two close takes on curveballs just missing outside of the zone right before that pitch. You could tell that she felt that she was in control in that at-bat. Gets a pitch inside. This is a rise ball practically up at her helmet, Eric, and she just cranks this thing out to left field, gets her hands up above the ball, gets bottom half, the top spin. The backspin, excuse me, that she's able to get on the carry. Celebrating as she rounds third base, even looks back into that dugout.
Bailey Dowling is finding her swing. This is a line shot. Essman down the line for a base hit. Well, she's had a couple of good at-bats. That's her first hit today. Back-to-back hits for Alabama. And the Tide starting to roll. That hit Valentine. She will be awarded first base, first and second with 2 down.
Bama keeping this 2-out rally going in the bottom of the fourth inning for that home run are what led to that pitch even being thrown in that at-bat.
Ground ball, backhanded by Faw. Good play to flip it over to Mueller for the force to retire the side. But we have a new ball game here in Knoxville.
The difference in yesterday's ball game was that swing by Mueller.
High fly ball to shallow left field. Jenner Johnson comes in a few steps and puts it away for out number 1.
It's going to be important, too, for Kayla Beaver to continue to work the rise ball inside, but make sure that...
Grounded to Hevelin, backs up on it. Malloy, that's in time for the out. I think Malloy is going to stay.
Her even more of a chance to reach base.
On the base, ball is not in the glove. This should be a successful challenge for Tennessee after the review by Pittsburgh.
And there was no bobble by Hevelin on the...
Ball on the field has been changed. We have a safe at first base.
Just let popped up and playable. Right side foul ground, Essman. And Hevelin collide, it's a fair ball. They'll get a force play at second, so it's a fielder's choice. But remember, Essman getting the start at first base. She's made a couple of plays here today, but Emma Broadfoot usually over there at first. So a little communication issue, the two of them talking it through right now. Alabama does get the out.
It's a couple of times today where Bama has had multiple defenders going for the same fly ball, and tough spot for Kiki Malloy to be put into just because it's right behind first base, so it's not like you can creep really far off of first, and she just gets caught right in no man's land and thrown out on the force at second.
The 1-0. Line shot to center field. It'll drop in for a base hit in front of White. Going from first to third is Panel. Holding at first and getting back in time is Gibson. Runners on the corners with 2 down for Tennessee. Up high, did she check? She did not. Strikeout for Beaver, who is fired up leaving the field. And Alabama gets out of the jam. That was called a strike. And down goes White. Tough to keep her off the base paths in the NCAA tournament. She strikes out here in the 5th.
She's had some success against...
Up the middle, Mueller on the first. 2 down. Well, A&M and Texas. Ground ball to first. Katsoyanopoulos with it. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Carlin Pickens. 5 innings complete here in Knoxville. I'm going to throw this out there. That man was vibing. Ground ball to third. Riley West is retired. 1 away.
How could you not be vibing? Tie ball game, super regionals, top of the sixth.
Grounded to Hevelin and through Hevelin at second. 8-pitch at bat. Should have been an out. Instead, Nugent safe at first. First error of the game for Fall with a fly ball to right, shallow right field. Pruitt coming on, and she's got it for the out.
That right side of the field having to deal with the sun, too, when those balls get hit up into the air. Larissa Pruitt with the visor. And
swung on and missed. Beaver with the strikeout. The error is not costly for Alabama. And we are still tied at 2 after 5.5 today here at Sherry Parker Lee Stadium. 1-1. The count to Johnson. Grounded back up the middle. Mealer covers a lot of ground. Throws in time. Another great play by Laura Mealer at short, covering tons of ground to get the out. 1 away. Just as I had praised her command and her control, she gets a little loose with a couple. So in the dirt, got away from the catcher. It's strike 3, and Dowling's going to be safe. No, Dowling's going to be out because there's only 1 out. My bad. Thank you, Maddie.
less than 2 outs. So
less than 2 outs, you can't take the base. Tennessee crowd starts to get a little louder. Now they'll make some noise. Strikeout for Pickens to retire the side as Alabama leaves another runner stranded in scoring position.
Righty Riseballs batting .400 this year with 4 extra base hits.
This one is slapped out the right field, and it stays up just long enough for Pruitt to make a play on it. She slides. 13 of her 69 home runs coming this season. The 0-1. Up the middle, gloved by Haviland, but she won't have a play, and Malloy's got her second hit of the game. It comes with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Back to the pitcher, throws to second for 1, on to first. A 1-6-3 double play is not called, as beating it out is Panel. 2 down.
Really close.
It was.
Really close. I guarantee Panel gets her foot on the base in time. A stretch by Esmond. Looks like the foot just barely beats that throw. You can see just part of the softball outside of the glove.
Yeah, you can see the glove then closes after the foot is on the base. You get a good look here.
Right there.
Ball into glove, foot on base, and then ball still going into the gloves.
After review, the call on the field is upheld. We have safe at first.
So fielder's choice for Panel. She's aboard with 2 down. Grounded left side, Dowling on the first to retire the side. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's a 2-2 game here in the Knoxville Super Regional. Postseason for Alabama facing Pickens here leading off the 7th. Check swing to third, and with 1 pitch, 1 away here in the 7th.
Bit of a defensive swing there.
This is back to Pickens. The throw to first, 2 down.
Box.
I think we saw it early in the game, too, when she had that stolen base in the first inning. She came up. She just needed a moment. I wonder if there's something connected to that. Swung on and missed, held on to by Nugent behind the plate. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Good eye by Pooney. It's a leadoff walk here in the 8th. When Tennessee scored 3 runs. West with a pop-up on the infield. Esmond calling for it. Everyone gets out of the way, and she puts it away for out number 1.
Quick at bat there to Riley West.
Beaver ready with the 1-1. Fly ball to center field. Room there for Kristen White on the track. 2 down.
You could tell that Sophia Nugent was looking for some.
That was a 10-5 win for Tennessee in OKC last year. Oh, that came in and hit her. 2-1 with 2 out here in the 8th.
And the curveball and the rise ball in on those left-handed batters.
This is a slow roller to Hevelin at second, who makes the play, throws to first to retire the side. Heading to the bottom half.
To put it in play.
Ooh, that came in on an 0-2 pitch and hit Pruitt. And they appealed to third, saying, grounded, stopped by Gibson, but it rolls away from her. It's going to be a base hit, first and second. Gibson with a diving play to keep it from getting to the outfield.
Brown to move the runners.
Pickens gets the strikeout. 1 down. Strikeout number 5. Here's Dowling with 2 down. Ground ball, right side. Rodriguez over to first, and Pickens gets out of the jam. The first 2 reached in the 8th, and Pickens with a strikeout, and a ground out. We're headed to the 9th.
That she's trying to do, working low and away to the righties, and then also working up and in.
Popped up. This looks to be playable. It's Essman, the first baseman. Heads up play to come in and call off Giles. 1 away. Right side, Hevelin knocks it down, tries to find the handle, not in time. Malloy's aboard with her 3rd straight hit. Great effort by Callie Hevelin at second base, but just could not. There goes Malloy, and she has made it to second safely with a stolen base. We wondered in the 5th inning and again in the 7th inning, would she get 3-1. Grounded back to Beaver on to first for the out. Moving over to third is Malloy. Gibson lifts a fly ball to deep right field. Moving back is Pruitt, and she's got it at the track to retire the side. Tennessee was threatening, but Alabama works out of the jam.
Of her pitches have made the difference.
This is chopped to Gibson's got to hurry. Essman down the line and in time for the out. 1 away.
Tough play there for McKenna.
Takes care of the rally worm when the keeper of the rally worm is at the plate. I'm sure it's in good hands. Popped up in on the hands. That's Rodriguez calling for it. 2 down. It's Hevelin. Second batter hit by Pickens, and that one is painful. The 1-2 pitch. Pickens gets the strikeout to retire the side.
It's Tennessee offense. Going to try to continue to do that here in the top of the 10th.
Beaver begins her 6th inning of work, and it's a 1 pitch to Pooney play here in the 10th. Trying to find a little of that magic here on the road in Knoxville. Another one back to Beaver. Another out at first, 2 down.
When she's able to get ahead, too, that's when she can expand the strike zone, especially with that curveball away.
He went 11 innings back 2 years ago. 3-2. Grounded to the third baseman, Dowling. Over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning on 3 groundouts for Kayla Beaver, who's been fantastic in relief. Chop to first, Katsoyanopoulos makes the play, gets the tag for the out, 1 away. Grounded to second, Rodriguez backs up on it, throws to first, 2 down.
Pickens just sticking with the velocity in that at-bat.
Grounded to Mueller at short. Nice hop four, makes the throw, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Carlin Pickens. How about 11 innings? 2-1. Rodriguez with a pop-up to left field. Jenna Johnson there for the out. Well, it's so funny how quickly things change. You and I were in Oklahoma City. TBD here in Knoxville. Katsoyanopoulos with a one-out single to right here in the 11th. Laura Mueller. Tap left side. The shortstop charges. Cahalan the first in time. 2 down.
Driving it out to right field. So they're going to go ahead and put her on base and challenge Taylor Pannell.
Now Malloy had 3 plate appearances today against Beaver. All base hits, 2 for Tennessee. In on the hands, popped up. Dowling gets there for the out to retire the side. Again, Kayla Beaver getting it done. Ground ball to the shortstop. Mueller, 1 away.
We got a chance to talk to Coach Patrick Murphy. It was before full out, go for it within the at-bat.
Down and in, swung on and missed. Strikeout for Pickens, 2 down. And singled in the 4th inning. That was against Peyton Gottschall, who would face one more batter, and then Pickens would come on and she would just dominate. Present tense.
Now to be able to expand outside of that strike zone to get swing and miss.
Ground ball to the shortstop, played by Cahalan, 1 away.
And even there, that spot, McKenna Gibson gets
1 and 2 to the cleanup hitter for Tennessee. She gets hit with a 1-2 pitch. Rare mistake by Beaver.
Put in during the week. You want it to pay off in these big moments.
Popped up, left side, Cahalan calling for it. She's got it for the out, 2 down. Here. The 0-2. Beautiful pitch, off speed, pulled the string, got the strikeout to retire the side. Woolley's showing some good defense in that game as well, so Texas A&M trying to pull the upset. This is hit well to right center field, and it's off the top of the wall. Heading into second, diving in, and out of second is Riley Valentine. Just feet away from this game. Pickens gets the strikeout, 2 away. How close was Riley? The 0-1 for Pickens. Chop, Mueller's got to hurry, not going to be in time. White's got great speed, and she beats it out for the infield hit.
Changed? I don't know. You're right. It comes down to that indisputable evidence.
Pruitt, there goes the runner, and it's thrown out to the outfield. Slipped out of the hands of Nugent, obviously, but Malloy on top of it. So White's at second to the plate. Swung on and missed. There goes the runner. White trying to steal third. Gibson got there. Murphy on top of it, wondering perhaps for obstruction. Would that be the consideration here? Because Gibson had the ball in plenty of time. Dove for the player. Just discussion with the umpires. Let's look at that final out again.
Taking a look at Kristen White sliding into the base. McKenna Gibson applying the tag. Close play at third. Looks like Gibson gets her. Congrats to you as well and the rest of our crew.
I didn't get you anything. I'll get you a card a year from now. Beaver gets the strikeout. 1 down. Dog for a Saturday night dinner. Why not? Oh, Katsoyanopoulos made the call at the plate. Spiked the bat towards her teammate in celebration. Who played for Middle Tennessee. Back up the middle. Gloved by Beaver for 1, and Cahalan will hold on to it. They get the force. Katsoyanopoulos retired, 2 down. That misses for ball 4. First and second with 2 down, and Panel coming to the plate.
Caleb.
5th time Malloy's been aboard today. And here's a fly ball to right field. That's Pruitt, and she's got it. And Beaver challenged Malloy and then gets the weak fly ball off a Panel to retire the side.
Bouncing back from yesterday's performance, I guarantee she's not satisfied with the way that she pitched against Alabama yesterday.
Pickens with the glove, takes her time, throws the first one away.
Smooth and casual as she
slowly tapped, spinning away for Pickens again. Calmly sticks with it, makes the throw, gets the out. 2 down.
also seemed to be a message.
To the pitching coach, Megan Rhodes Smith, who then sends it into the pitcher, and Johnson wears that one with pride. Now she'll need a moment at first base. Ready for Pickens to throw the 3-0. It's a 4-pitch walk, and it gets away from the catcher Nugent, but just advancing to second is Johnson. So Alabama with a threat here with 2 down in the bottom half of the 13th inning.
Falling behind 0-2.
Pickens gets out of the jam and gets the strikeout to retire the side.
Carlin Pickens.
Gibson chops it. Dowling has it at third. The throw on the first in time. One away here in the top of the 14th inning. Mooney with a solid single up the middle with 1 down here in the 14th. One for 6 today. And she was hit by a pitch.
Another hit batter that
Grounded to short. Cahalan backs up on it, gets the force at second. That's all they'll get.
moves Leach over to third base, but that last hop, Cahalan decided to take a step back and still had time to fire over to second base. Beaver.
The 0-1. Rodriguez hit by a pitch. Bases loaded. 2 down. The payoff pitch to Katsoyanopoulos. Grounded to Dowling to first. And Beaver gets out of another jam. 18 left on base for Tennessee here today. Against Carlin Pickens. Ready with her 120th pitch in relief. And it's a solid single to left by Lauren Johnson. The freshman from Franklin, Tennessee. Valentine rips one to left, moving over and not making the catch is Riley West. Sliding in safely to third is Johnson. Second and third for Alabama with nobody out in the bottom of the 14th.
That's against Pickens throughout this season. She likes to get those high choppers. That one almost got away from Nugent there. She'll get some great height on the ground balls that she puts into play.
Think about it for Tennessee, too.
See just how close the corners are.
White chops it. Mueller's got to come home. It's not in time, and Alabama lives to play another day.
Game number 2 of the Super Regional. The final score, the University of Alabama 35-3. The Tennessee Lady Volunteers 2. We can see that we like to thank the University of Tennessee for hosting the season 2024 NCAA Division I Buffalo Super Regional. Fans for a pitch for Super Regional game number 3 tomorrow will be out there later this evening.
It's the ball game.
It's time for our Capital One rewarding performance. And When you go 14 innings, you got to go with what happened in the 14th, the game winner.
Just as scripted, Kristen White made that change, moving up to that leadoff spot in the regional last weekend. She's in there so that she can chop the ball as high as possible and give Lauren Johnson enough time to score from third base. She does exactly that. Kristen White coming through again for this team. You've seen her do it back last weekend in that regional. Comes through with their season on the line. A walk-off infield base hit for Kristen White in the extra inning affair here in Knoxville, and their season lives on one more day.
White drawing the crowd